Hello, cyber enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Welcome to Techno Guardian and our deep dive into the fascinating world of cyber warfare. Today we are peeling back the layers of this digital battlefield, tracing its origins, reviewing the state-of-the-art technologies, and discussing its impact on the real-world conflicts. Before we start, make sure you've hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on all things cyber. Now, let's plug in. The term cyberwar dates back to the 1990s when author John Arquilla introduced it in his book Cyberwar is Coming. The concept was alien then, but has since become a stark reality. The first major operation that can be considered cyber warfare was the Moonlight Maze, initiated in 1996. In this operation, Russian hackers allegedly infiltrated the US government systems, marking a new era of conflict. Fast forward to today, the cyber battlefield is much more crowded and complex. The United States, China, Russia, Israel, and North Korea are seen as the leaders in cyber warfare technology. These nations have developed advanced capabilities to protect their infrastructure while having the ability to infiltrate others. Within these nations, we can identify various state-sponsored hacking groups. From Russia's Fancy Bear to China's ATT&CK, and from the USA's Equation Group to North Korea's Lazarus, these groups operate under a veil of secrecy, advancing their national interests in the shadows of the digital world. But how can we decipher the modus operandi of these groups? How can we gain insights into their strategies and tactics? Well, this is where the MITRE ATT&CK framework comes in. MITRE ATT&CK, an acronym for Adversarial Tactics, Techniques, and Common Knowledge, is essentially a globally accessible knowledge base of adversary tactics and techniques, based on real-world observations. The beauty of the MITRE ATT&CK framework lies in its structure, capturing the entire lifecycle of an attack from initial system access to data exfiltration or impact. It helps us to understand and predict the techniques APT groups might employ. For instance, if we consider APT-40, which is believed to be China-based, the framework outlines their typical attack lifecycle. This includes the initial compromise often achieved through spear phishing, followed by tactics such as credential dumping and lateral movement inside the network, before finally exfiltrating data. The framework also tracks the evolution of these groups, capturing new techniques as they are developed and employed. Therefore, it's a living, evolving compendium of cyber adversary behavior, allowing defenders to anticipate and prepare for these attacks more effectively. Organizations, cybersecurity analysts, and researchers worldwide use the MITRE ATT&CK framework to emulate an adversary's attack and improve their defenses. While it doesn't take away the mystery of these shadowy groups, it certainly shines a light into their clandestine operations. In the grand chess game of cyber warfare, understanding your opponent's possible moves is a critical component of defense. And the MITRE ATT&CK framework is a pivotal tool for gaining this understanding, bringing us one step closer to ensuring the safety and security of our digital world. One of the most significant real-world conflicts where cyber warfare has taken center stage is the ongoing war in Ukraine. The conflict has seen the rise of various cyber militias like the Ukrainian IT army, composed of civilian volunteers defending their nation's digital infrastructure. They have been pitted against Russia's formidable state-sponsored groups, leading to a fierce cyber battle. Interestingly, Ukraine's cyber defense has been rather successful, in stark contrast to the traditional perception that offense holds the upper hand in cyber conflicts. Forewarned by Russian cyber actions dating back to 2014, Ukraine was well prepared. Friendly countries and private actors had also aided Ukraine in preparing its cyber defenses. In 2022, Russia launched a broad cyber campaign shortly before the physical invasion of Ukraine. The intent was to create disorder and overwhelm Ukrainian defenses, targeting sectors like government websites, energy and telecom service providers, financial institutions, and media outlets. This strategy involved an array of cyber attack methods, including phishing, denial of service, and taking advantage of software vulnerabilities. However, it's worth noting that these attacks were largely unsuccessful. Perhaps the most significant cyber success for Russia during this conflict has been the disruption of the Viasat-NK KSAT satellite, which caused damage beyond Ukraine. However, this attack ultimately did not provide a substantial military advantage to Russia and did not significantly help in their larger objective of occupying Ukraine. However, it's not just state actors or patriotic hackers on the battlefield. Other groups, driven by various ideologies or even profit, have jumped into the fray. The Anonymous Group is one such example, claiming numerous cyber attacks on Russian assets, further complicating the situation. It's also important to mention the role of proxy groups, such as the leading ransomware group Conti, and even groups from other countries, like a Brazilian hacker group that targeted Ukrainian universities. These groups, while not directly linked to the Russian government, seem to be supportive of Russia's efforts. The Ukrainian conflict showcases the complex dynamics of cyber warfare and how its outcomes are not determined solely by the capabilities of state-sponsored groups, but also by the preparedness of the defense and the participation of numerous other actors in the cyber landscape. The world of cyber war is far-reaching, ever-evolving, and at times, overwhelmingly complex. We've only scratched the surface today, but we'll continue to keep you informed and educated on this digital battlefield. Remember, we are here to present facts, not to judge or valorize any group or country. So, what do you think about the world of cyber war? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit the like button and consider sharing it with your friends to spread the knowledge. Until our next deep dive into the digital world, stay safe, stay curious, and as always, keep exploring.